Hey guys, I'm back today and I'm wearing my makeup. Um, yeah, I just took my SSRIs, so should be feeling better soon. It was a pretty hot day today, I guess. Um, I still wore like jeans to class because my every single building now is like completely like frozen like every time I go to class, and so I have to wear something that's not gonna make me freeze for like the whole time, because one of my things that like triggers a panic attack for me is the cold. um because one time I had a really bad panic attack while I was cold. And so ever since then, I kind of just associate it with that. Um, I did actually like participate in class today, which is weird. Um, I had like a lot of anxiety, like sitting next to my partner today. I usually don't have that much anxiety sitting next to him, but I guess the medicine kind of makes that amped up a bit. But like just like talking to my group mates, I didn't really like have as much of a problem of like, oh, they're gonna hate me if I say this. Instead, I just kind of said it, and they actually like liked some of the ideas that I had. Um, and before class, I did get the chance to play some piano. Um, because my dad is kind of stressing me out. Um, so I went on to Roblox, and nobody was on Roblox, none of my friends or anything. And so I just played the piano for a little bit, and by the time I was done, there was like a few people that were like AFK, and they were just standing there like with my music in the background or whatever. Um, yeah, and another thing is when I'm in class, I kind of feel like It's like the feeling you get when you have too much caffeine, except it's the medicine I'm taking. You feel like you're like half nodding off, and then the other half of you is like so jittery that you just can't sit there and sit still. Um, yeah, when we had our break in class today, like everybody else just went to the bathroom or went to the hallway or whatever, and then I had to go outside because it was so cold in there that I didn't know if I was gonna be able to like make it through like the rest of the class. And so that's what I did. I was kind of expecting like one of my classmates to like join me outside or whatever, because I know a couple of guys in there like to just like go outside and have a smoke or whatever. But none of them did that. I don't know why, because it was like perfect vibes for today. Um, but yeah, this is the makeup I did today. I don't usually do this little amount of makeup. Um, but I don't know if you can see it because my room is very dark. But I do my eyebrows pink to match my hair, and then like I do like kind of like a droop, not like a droop, but like I just kind of like go underneath my eyes to like make them look bigger with black eyeshadow, and then like the top is just like black eyeshadow a little bit, and then I like tight lined it with the eyeliner pens. And then for my nose, you can kind of see it, but it's kind of like sweated away by now. But I do like lines down from like my eyebrows to like the tip of my nose. And I just like powder it or whatever. then for the rest of my face, I kind of just do. Today I just did like concealer to cover up all of like the acne I've been having from my horrible diet. And then I go over the top of that with this banana powder. It's like my favorite powder because it's kind of got like a yellowish like hue to it or whatever. And it's like super opaque and it like covers everything. Like even if you're not wearing foundation. And so yeah, I did that. I always do like a little bit of contour, like even when I'm not going for like a sunny, like bronzed kind of look. And I do straighten my hair because otherwise it looks like this when I wake up in the morning. And I do have bangs. I know it's hard to tell, but I've got kind of like a cowlick right here. So that's what they should look like. But during the day, they go like that because I've got no hairspray or anything to like hold them down. And for my lips, I just use, I've got it right here actually. I use this lip. It's supposed to be like a lip stick, but it's more like a tint because it like stays there for like days. I just use a little bit of that and then I put gloss over it. And then usually I don't use mascara. Usually I just use my eyelash curler because my lashes are like too long anyways, and the mascara, because I'm half Mexican or whatever, my eyelashes like never like stay up. They just, especially with the mascara, they just kind of like go flat or whatever, and it just doesn't look good. Another thing I always kind of do is I always like underline my brows with like some white concealer or whatever, or like a white crayon or whatever to like make them pop more or whatever, make them thinner. I don't know. I'm almost done with my book that I have. I think I said this before. So I ordered another book. It's another book about like a bullying romance. Because the last book I read, it was called Heaven, and it was actually like a pretty good book about bullying and romance. And so yeah, I'm just sticking with the theme. But yeah, this is the 5th day of my new medicine, and I'm still like getting the benefits of it or whatever, but I think that lately like my depression is like kind of been like coming out a little bit. But she will be like up in my dose because this is like the lowest one or whatever. And then maybe like this next session I'll talk to her about like getting on like some anti-anxiety medicine or whatever, because it feels like my anxiety gets worse at times with the new medicine. So yeah, that'll be it for now. I did get a comment from somebody like saying I'm new to the channel and I just want to say that you're not ugly or whatever. This was on my video where I talked about how I was ugly like growing up or whatever. And I do think that I look better now. I'm gonna try and find like a photo for you guys, because I was like super, I just like wasn't making myself look any better. Yeah, so this is when I was like trying to look like a guy. I had my eyebrows like fully grown out. I still have the same glasses, and my hair was like super short, and I didn't look like a guy. I just looked like I was like trying to be something I was not. And I was doing this to like kind of like make myself look uglier so that people wouldn't talk to me in a way. I don't know. Here's another one. And this one I'm wearing like, I'm not like trying to look like a guy. I'm wearing like my activewear stuff. But yeah, like the intention is still there. Like you can tell I was like trying to not impress anybody. And this stained shirt isn't like what I was wearing today, by the way. I was wearing my Dry K Kuromi t-shirt and jeans and my Dry K shoes. But yeah. Now I don't think I'm ugly, but I just don't think that I could be looking the best that I could look. I feel like people see me as like a less attractive girl than like compared to everybody else. And that leads to a lot of like ugly guys like going after me for some reason. I don't know. But that's the end of the video. See you guys tomorrow.